Monday! Special guest? What? Bailey is here live from Seattle.
Yes.
Wow. I'm acting like I don't see you ever, but
I FaceTime her at least like 3 hours out of every day.
we FaceTime a lot.
Yes.
But our friends, our McGoovers and friends don't get to have those updates. So
Yes.
Bailey's here. Bailey is my twin with short hair. Yeah.
It's kind of like bedhead infected a little bit. So
Yeah, it's good. It's cute. And Bailey, you're starting school in just a couple days. Your graduate program.
Wednesday.
Happy cookie baking Monday, yay! Wednesday you start school. Are you excited?
Very, yes. I am.
Nerves?
I'm excited. I'm nervous, but mostly I'm excited.
Yeah, most excited. That's so good.
The commute on Wednesday is less horrible than Tuesday and Thursday, so it'll be good.
Yeah, it's the waiting. Is that scary? It's like
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The anticipation.
Yes.
But you're gonna do great.
We shall see.
Come on. Good morning. Yay, right? Yeah, that first day of school, right? It's like you can't sleep at night. You have the smell of new erasers in the air.
Oh, yeah.
In your bag.
Well,
Sage is doing great too. Man, there's big changes in our house. It's weird, but it's all good. It's all positive stuff, you know? That's good. Oh, and you have a friend.
It's a frog.
Essential.
I put it on top of my GOOGLE home. And now it's like really warm, and I'm realizing I probably shouldn't have put it on top of it.
No, you keep it on the little thing all day, and then you put it on your feet at night. It's like a little.
I feel like that's a hazard.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. When things get hot, that's not a good sign.
No.
So it is the end. September's winding down here. We have just one more Monday in September.
Ew, yeah, that's true.
Big things this week for me too. You have your first day of school. We have, what do we have, Mr. John?
I have pictures from our adventure this week.
Oh, this weekend. Okay, we're gonna go back to the weekend before we get into the week. This weekend, Mr. John and I got to go on an adventure. And what? On a horse? That's a miracle.
So bizarre.
What's bizarre? You on a horse or me being excited about you on a horse?
Me on a horse.
No, it's horses. It was so just relaxing and different. And so what happened was months ago, we went to this auction that was a benefit for young women in our ward to go to camp, a summer camp. And so, you're like, I want to support these youth and having a good experience. And so you're going to donate some money anyway. So, but the cool thing is like, oh, we get to get something cool too. We might as well bid on something cool. So this auction item comes up of a ranch stay in a tiny home and a trail ride and a hilltop dinner. And so I'm like, I want to, it's been a long time since I've been on a horse. And I'm like, I've never seen John on a horse, but apparently you have been on a horse, like a pony ride type thing.
It was like a little horseback riding afternoon where we went up this little hill and then came back down over by Pismo Beach. So it was okay, but I was like 13, 14 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
been a
Yeah.
while.
So I've never seen John on a horse, and so I was like, this was my goal. I'm like, I'm gonna get John on a horse. So I won the auction, and then it was like, we had to pick the date, and CookieCon happened and stuff. So we're like, okay, we'll do it after CookieCon when we can relax and really, enjoy it. And so it came up. I was like, oh my gosh, it's finally time to do our ranch day. It was fantastic. It was so fun.
Yeah, it was so relaxing, and the time with the horse was fun. I loved the ride, and then we got up to this to this the top of this hill, this overlook, and watched the sunset and had dinner. It was just an amazing time. Then we went back to the
It was a
tiny
steak
house.
dinner, and it was like the cows that they raised on their ranch, and it was just amazing.
And then we went back to the tiny house, and we were just relaxing, went outside and watched the stars and watched satellites going overhead, a couple of shooting
There's
stars. It was just
no light pollution up there. So it was so clear.
Yeah, our friends who own the property and who did this really do it right. It's so incredible. What a wonderful experience, the whole thing.
Yeah, it was very cool. And I got pictures of John on a horse, so win-win. A camel. That that would be an experience too. Yeah.
Did you see the Starlink satellites?
No,
we barely saw any. Yeah, we saw shooting star and Milky Way. It was so clear, and there was like no moon, so it was absolutely just brilliant. All the stars. So
see, here's what you do. You come out here, you go to one of Arty's classes, you stay at the ranch house and do the ranch experience, and make it like that's a vacation. It's so great.
Yeah, there wasn't like great service out there, so it's like you have to unplug and just really take it all in, right?
That's the cell service wasn't that great,
which is awesome. I love that.
Off the grid.
Never again, Melanie, never again. So not as relaxing maybe as a horse ride.
I imagine it would be bumpier, but maybe I'm just body shaming the camel. Like, I don't know exactly the way it would be.
Let me ask you this bit of trivia.
Oh boy, I know what you're gonna ask already.
Right. Tell me, what are the two types of camels with the one hump and two hump?
One hump and two hump. Done.
What are they called though?
Camels. Right?
I forget. One of them's called like gestational camel or something, and then the other one.
This is how I think of it. The two humps make a B, like a sideways B, and that's Bactrian. One hump is a D, and that's dromedary. Right? Isn't that right? Am I making that up?
Same thing.
It sounded good, right?
Wow. Yeah, that's outstanding. If it's BS, then that is spectacular.
No, I think that's. I don't think I made that up. I just pulled that out somewhere. But.
I kind of hope that you did. Like, that is amazing stuff if you did.
Your past life, you were a camel raiser.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like camel raiser sounds like
camel
raiser.
Rancher.
Rouser. Oh, rancher.
Camel rancher. I don't know.
Camel.
Wow.
Well, there's like a shepherd, and there's like the cameler. Camel shepherd.
A camel shepherd?
What?
Isn't shepherd inherently sheep because there's
because it's sheep.
What is it? Like, camelerd?
Yeah. Is that
camel herder?
Camelerd. Camel.
Okay, we are way off the rails.
Bailey's.
This always happens.
That's what that means.
Mom and I are horrible influences on each other.
Yeah. It's like it's going down the rabbit hole. That's what happens. We have some homeworks.
Yes, we do. All right, so here we go. Okay. Sorry, I gotta find.
You should watch us when it's just Bailey and I. That's
no. No, no, no. We don't let people into that part of crazy. Okay,
It's
so
fun.
here, this is your first homework. This is first, this is your homework right there.
It's our
Nice.
All
assignment.
right,
Oh,
that's
it's
your
so fun.
assignment, and there's some great homeworks here. First, Becky Hugler.
So cute. And you know what? I think I get to see Becky Hugler in person.
Oh, is she gonna be at the New
Yeah,
Jersey Cake Show?
I just got my roster and I'm pretty sure I saw
Oh,
that name on there and I was like, "Ooh, so fun."
nice.
I
Hugler
know.
is a great
Well,
name.
it,
Beautiful.
here is Kathy Lorenzo.
Oh my gosh, I get to see Kathy Lorenzo in
Yes.
person too.
Did you all do your homework together because you knew that you were going to be out of town? So maybe that's what happened. So Kathy said so many great things about this set. As usual, Arty's instructions help to bring us success. I want to practice more with the techniques shown in Smart Cookie.
So cute. I love it.
Yeah. And next up is Kathy Ulich.
Mm,
And Kathy shared, let me see here, getting this month's homework done a little early. I used ECG gold icing for the enamel pin. Not sure
yeah.
if I love it, but it was a good assignment to try it out on.
Yeah, that's the Evil Cake Genius. It's a
Mhm,
mix, it's a powder that you add water to. I totally forgot I had it and I love seeing it. I think it works really great. And I love the yellow. So cheerful. So cute.
mhm.
Totally different
Very
vibe.
no. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is Danny Nicole.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
fun.
I
yeah.
look at
It's
that.
outstanding.
See how she used the backside of the cookie? That's so cool. It adds
Mhm.
just extra texture to the denim. It looks so cool. I
That
love
is
that.
cool.
All right. Next up is, okay, check this out. This is Jennifer Pilato. And Jennifer, she's actually on right now. So hi, Jennifer. Jennifer, this is her first homework assignment done. So congratulations there. Yay.
Good on you.
And she said, not bad for my first homework assignment. These were super fun. I will be doing these again to feel more comfortable with working with edible paper and paint techniques. I cannot wait for the next cookie set I can add denim elements to. Now, here are some key learnings for me. And she says, I am a freshman. So, key learnings for the freshman here. Watch the videos once through before starting to be very prepared for the lesson.
Mm.
The video isn't real time, so I should have given myself some time for new techniques instead of feeling like I needed to keep up.
Yeah,
Then make
that pause button is handy.
Yes, and then let's see, make an extra set or two of homework cookies. So that's an awesome thing. You know,
Yeah.
you get more practice and you get to give them away. I need better quality brushes. Enough said. So you can get those at artymcgoo.com. And then
Little
let's
plug.
see. Yeah, there you go. Size matters. Next time, I'll make the circle pin smaller. I use the new metallic markers from Busy Baker Supplies, and I have to say, so far, I'm impressed. And then
Yeah.
the Cookie Monger's piping technique is a game changer.
Yeah, really interesting. I know. I felt like I want to put denim on everything now. I think it's such a fun look and a fun technique. And I know I've seen it a lot before, but it was. I think there's so many different ways to do it too,
Mhm.
and it's so fun. It's so fun. And then I loved all her tips because I think that's really helpful for people to hear that. You know.
Yeah, agreed. I thought that was great. I love that she says, "Hey, I'm a freshman. This is what I found out off of my
Yeah.
first lesson.
And
Fantastic."
already an enabler with the metallic pens. You know. That's.
Yeah, that's great. You're doing it right. That's
Yeah.
great, Jennifer. Congrats. And next up, Joanne Malfitano.
Oh, I like that they took the picture on a denim jacket.
Oh, so cute, right? Yeah.
And Joanne said, September homework in the books. Another fun month. I used the ECG royal icing for the gold and loved it. Had so much fun doing the denim pocket. This month, I can actually say my dog ate my homework. My
Oh,
paper rose and the leaf patches were drying on wax paper. Wind blew onto the floor, and before I knew it, he ate the rose and leaves, and I had to start over. Note to self: close the windows.
Dogs are so fast with that too.
Yep.
They are good helpers, aren't they? That's so cute.
They're like the laziest little blobs, and then the second something hits the floor, they're like, "That is mine." And they're just like there.
Dog ate my homework.
And next up is Heidi Zakelli. And
Oh wow.
Heidi, I'm hoping that I said your name right. If not, just let me know. Just let me know. I have a tendency to butcher a few names here and there, so
Creative.
I get it. Yes, yeah, I get creative with names. There you go. So Heidi, this is a great homework set. She said, "I'm pretty impressed with myself that it's not even halfway through the month, and I already did my homework. Clearly, I'm in the honeymoon stage. I've been really sad since I found out during CookieCon that Jimmy Buffett passed away. I actually realized after getting home that on the day he passed, before the news broke, I blew out my flip-flop while running, not literally, upstairs to pick up some margarita coolers from a cookier who was checking out and had some left over. Pretty ironic for this parrot head. I decided to put a Margaritaville spin on this month's homework. I still used all of the techniques with just a little twist."
Yeah, outstanding.
With the
That
twist of lime, no doubt.
and that parrot is beautiful. I love it. It looks so much like the enamel look, but it's so gorgeous.
It almost looks like we have a little stained glass parrot at your guys' house in the garage, and it's like right when the photo came up, I was like, oh my gosh, it looks like this parrot that's hanging in the garage.
It does. Yeah, it kind of has that stained glass / it's a similar technique too.
Yes.
Next is Marilyn O'Neill. Look at that.
Look at, I love that so much on the jacket.
So
it's so good. Flower power. It's outstanding.
So cute. And then next up is
the yellow. It's just so, it's such a different look, just with a different palette, you know? It's so pretty.
Next is Nadine Buston.
So cute. Look at those wet on wet roses. Aren't those beautiful?
Yeah, it was really well done. I am horrible at doing those.
And next is Nikki Hurt. Now she has a couple to share. First, she said, "I finished the homework today. I don't want to post them publicly yet because I'm going to send them to my mom in California for her birthday. But I want credit for finishing them." So you got your credit. "I messed up with the newfangled gold technique. I think I put too much corn syrup in, but it worked out anyway. The jeans were fun, and the flower pin is awesome. Thanks, Liz."
Yeah, I feel like I still have to kind of play with that a little. There's a little learning curve to it. I feel like it's a little different every time.
I like how the jeans are super weathered too. Like the more weathered, the better. It just looks way more homey.
I do too. That contrast.
Nikki just has a quick thanks because she said, "I wanted to share the birthday cake I made for my son with y'all because it was inspired in part by the Arty McGoo homework with the 3 dog faces. I've had this in mind ever since."
So cute.
I love raccoons.
What was that?
They're little trash pandas, and little paws are so cute.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, I just noticed 3 little babies in the tree too.
So great. It's a great set. So next up is Paula Price.
So awesome. I love it on the shorts. And she, of course, did the extra frosting as well, which I love. It's so pretty. It came out awesome.
And then Tara Lafferty. And Tara said, "Well, I did it over a year and finally getting around to doing homework. Congrats, Tara."
Oh, they're so great.
You're not alone either.
I love that she made that shape work for it. It's so great. It looks beautiful.
Yes. Next up is Sylvia Zapata, and Sylvia said, "Adding texture to cookies is one of my favorite things to do. Seeing the denim cookie in this set, I knew which cookie was going to be the one I wanted to decorate. Thank you, Liz, for the beautiful designs you created for this class."
And look at the autumnal feel. I am a big fan of that. Oh yeah.
And Next up is Teresa Rayner. So Teresa said, started my homework yesterday and remembered I bought this gold royal icing months ago. I thought I would give it a try. 24 hours later, it's still not dry. I had it in the dehydrator for 4 hours yesterday and then let it dry overnight. I'm not happy with the look of it either. I'll scrape it off and start again.
Oh,
And then
that's frustrating.
Yeah. So
It
then
still looks good. The gold is pretty though, but then it won't dry. That's so interesting.
It's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
And then she ended up making the homework, and bam! This month's homework is done and shared on Facebook and Instagram 6 months in a row. That's a record for me. I really love the denim look and so easy to achieve. Not all tipless bags are the same. The icing came out a weird shape, so I had to resort to tip and coupler for the enamel badge. Used Chef Master Gold spray. Did try hand painting the gold, but it looked dirty. I didn't want to use the spray gun with metallics. I used 2 types of paper, thick and thin. Thick was the better option. Thanks, Arty, for another fabulous month of learning.
So good. I want to feel that denim. I love that raised, the little raised ridges. It's so good.
You could feel the threads.
Yeah.
And then we've got a couple of McGoober lend a hand, and the first is Dawn Nelson. Dawn said, I occasionally donate gift certificates to, gift certificates to auctions or schools or causes that I have a personal attachment to. A former kindergartner of mine who is now 40 and has 5 girls asked if I donate to her school, children's school auction. I donated a gift certificate for a dozen cookies. The person who purchased it ordered the dozen cookies to put in the staff room for the teachers. I love when people pay it forward, so I threw in a few extra.
Yeah, this color palette is so bold and beautiful. I love it.
You can never go wrong with a few primary colors and that green chalkboard look. That's so academic looking. It's classic.
Yeah.
Yes. And then Dawn also added these. She said, taking the nudge from the live to mention donations. I was one of the sponsors for the wonderful San Diego Animal Hero Awards event. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That is for Marilyn O'Neill. And I'll get there, Marilyn. Sorry. Here you go. So there you go. The San Diego Animal Hero Awards. Event last month to raise money for the Face Foundation. Donated these custom smoky caramel almond turtles for 220 place settings. Sold out.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
The event grants money to cover vet costs for people that can't afford emergency care for their beloved pets. Their mission is to eliminate financial euthanasia, and they are some of the loveliest people you could ever meet.
That's amazing. Look, I'm jealous of those people. I can taste it right now. Smoky, almondy, caramely. So good.
And then the last one that we've got from the McGoomber's Lend a Hand is also from Dawn Nelson, and that was the one that I was getting to, but I was reading the wrong one.
Yeah.
Last month, I had the opportunity to support a wonderful event in Portland. It was a diversity in literature family event. There were 9 presenters, authors during the afternoon event. I donated personalized edible paper, not Eddie, cookies to go into thank you bags for each presenter. Nearly each of them reached out to thank me. People love seeing their faces or book covers on a cookie.
No kidding. And that was diversity in literature. Is that what it was?
Yes.
So
and then here those are the other set that she made for that event. Isn't that fantastic?
Wow, gorgeous.
Yeah. So congratulations. Gosh, lots of great homework.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Awesome job. So good. So good. And there's another what, 2 weeks to get in homework?
Yes. Yeah, we still got a little bit of time here. So you can get it in. Don't worry about it.
I love that when people can use the homeworks in a set or can gift their homework. Or I love that. I know these pins are so cute. Of course. Thanks for sharing your cake with us. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And Bailey is a pin collector herself. So I'm sure she appreciates
pins. Absolutely. Wait, let me get my jar.
Oh,
yeah. She has props today, people.
I know you used to have them on your backpack. Did you take them off of that?
No, my backpack right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you
has
saw
pins on it. These are the ones that are not currently being used, and it's like 5 pounds.
Hey, I will see your jar and I will raise you.
Oh my gosh, the crazy begins. Here we go. This is what happens, you guys.
A bag of pins. This whole thing is pins from CookieCon. I'm just gonna grab a handful of them. But this whole, I don't know how many pounds this bag is.
Oh, you got like massive ones too.
Some big ones, some small ones.
I go more for like quality than those ones in my bag. Got like, I love art.
I just have a pin collector too.
This one says made in the 80s, which is a lie, but it's fine.
Would be a lie for me too. This whole bag is just a huge, heavy bag of amazing, clever pins. So.
My Bob Ross pin has seen better days. It's like scratched to the bone down there.
You guys are crazy. So going into the mailbag here, we've got a question from Kathy Lorenzo.
Okay, tell me about the dough sheeter. Yes.
Is that the thing on your little cart thing in the kitchen?
So it is something that rolls out my dough. I didn't think it was for me. Like I would see people get dough sheeters and I'm like, I don't think I do enough volume. I don't do big orders and things like that. So it's something that would be so cool to have. But then, yeah, CookieCon would come up, a class would come up, and I'm sitting there rolling out dozens upon dozens. And I'm like, no, I do some volume, especially at CookieCon time, especially every month when I teach a class. I was just thinking orders. I don't know why, but I still thought like that's an investment. You know, this is a big piece of machinery. It will take up space. I don't need another tool. I was a good girl apparently because Santa ended up getting me a dough sheeter, and holy moly, life changer. It is so nice to not have to put so much stress.
Save your wrist.
Yeah, and I think that's why Santa got it for me because I was starting to get a little funky in my wrist. I would feel this overuse kind of twinges, and I didn't want to go down that path, right? So started using the dough sheeter from Icing Images. It's a machine. Trying to think of the name of it. But
oh wait, wasn't it like a mermaid like on it?
No, that little name on the it's made in Italy. Do you know the name, John?
It's on no, but it is on their website.
Yeah. It's a good sized piece of machinery and it is heavy. So it is something that you need to find a space for, because at first when I was using it, I would move it to my counter every time I needed to use it. That's dangerous. This thing is really, really, really heavy. So you definitely want, so what I did, I don't have a big kitchen, so I didn't have a good spot to keep it and to keep it there. So what I did was I got a rolling cart that's countertop height and I roll it right up next to my counter, lock the wheels, and it's go time. And then I
assembled it.
You assembled the table?
I assembled the table.
You did a great job, right? But I found that on Amazon. Yes, that's it. That's the name of the sheeter. And it has a variable little handle that can do thinner or thicker cookies. If you're like a chonk cookie, you can do, of course, like pie crusts and things like that, or fondant even. I mean, it's really, really cool. There is a little bit of a learning curve. When you first do it, you're like, oh, that wasn't what I expected. But after about 5 minutes of just kind of running it through, what I do is I put it on a silicone sheet and I run it through that way. And it's the exact thickness that I want. I don't chill. I have no chill. I have zero chill. And it works great. And then I either flip it onto my Chua mat. It's super simple. So I either cut it out like if it's rectangles, I don't sit there and shift it with my spatula onto my thing. I literally just put my Chua mat on it, flip the whole thing over so that there's no wonky edges. It stays so clean. I love it. Love it, love it. But that's key. You need a designated spot for it or a rolling cart. And then just playing with it for about 5 minutes and you're going to be like, this is amazing.
Well, the rolling cart was totally worth it too.
Yes.
Yeah. And then
I can roll that all the way out of the way, put it away. Cause it's not a KitchenAid where it's like, oh, this is a beautiful machine. It is a beautiful machine, but it's so big that
it's very
just
industrial looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is a machine that has its use. It's like I know you use it every time you're making a set now, and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
But the other part of her question was, how do you clean it?
Clean it.
Yeah.
It's so simple because there aren't a ton of moving parts. There's really one part that the cookie dough touches. It's like the top kind of like shield area. You just wipe that down. You can take it off, but it's kind of a pain. And there's really, I mean, it's especially with the using the silicone mats, the cookie dough doesn't even really touch anything. It's really on just the sheet. So just the roller, which is really easy to come off. It's not a lot of bits and pieces that are like, oh, there's cookie dough getting into parts. It's quite seamless and simple. So just a simple wipe down, just like kind of you do with your cookie sheets and your cookie cutters. It's like just wipe it down after and
it's like how everyone has that one article of clothing that's like dry clean, but they don't wear it nearly enough to like actually clean it. So they're like, you know what? It's fine.
Febreze, baby.
Febreze, you're done.
Febreze, you're done.
I on one silicone mat. So I have done it where you do it between two. So just the roller is the part that touches the cookie dough, the part that actually squeezes it into the thickness. But I found I don't need that top one. I find just putting a slab of cookie dough, kind of flattening it just a little bit onto one of them. It kind of sticks to the mat. That I just run it through like this, like I'm holding the top, and it's almost like I grab the silicone mat as soon as it gets past the roller, and I just guide it through. And it's
also
just
it's like the roller, it's not like it's getting like gunky either. If anything, the only residue left behind is like the oil from the cookie dough. And even if there is oil, there shouldn't be, because you should be putting like flour so it doesn't get stuck on the little roller. And so like if you just run it and you put like a cloth on the edge of the roller, it's going to clean it because it's spinning. So you don't have to like deassemble it ever. Yeah.
I agree, Kathy. Some people do it on parchment. I didn't love it on parchment. I don't know. I felt like it kind of wrinkled real fast. So yeah, try that. I agree. I first started with parchment too, but you do need to adjust your thickness because you're going to add a little bit of thickness to your silicone mat. Just keep that in mind. I mean, you'll just be like, oh, I want to do it a little thicker than that because that silicone mat takes up a little bit more thickness than the parchment. But I really like it on the silicone mat. It grabs it. It grabs it more.
It also doesn't wrinkle because it's got more substance, a little bit more.
So we've got a little bit of news. I know that you have asked for submissions from McGoobers. So you want to chat about this a little bit?
Yeah. So if you have any thoughts or tips or tricks about food coloring, how to store it, how to travel with it, you know, if you've ever traveled, with food coloring, this is inevitable. I hate it. Then my stickers are that's not gold. It's now whatever color leaked. No matter how tight I screw it on, no matter how I make sure the top is closed.
We have spent so many times in the kitchen sink with our hands dyed up to our elbows, just cleaning off your stuff.
I mean, I get you. I learned pretty quick. You put this in a Ziploc. But if you have any other tips or tricks just about storing, organizing, traveling with specific colors that you didn't think you'd love, that you use in a weird way, colors you thought you'd love and then you didn't, but that you use like to tone or there's just so many different ways you could go with this. So if you have any tips or tricks or ideas that you just are like, oh, this is something that I discovered and I thought I'd share, this is a great time to do it because you send in a video, take it this way if possible, not this way. Landscape it just fits the space better for the video. So if you take your pictures, landscape orientation, that is best. Pictures, videos, you can narrate the whole thing if it's hard to explain. We love to see videos because I love to hear your voice. I love to hear straight from your words. I love it, and we get to know you. But if you're camera shy, pictures will do with a description as well. Anything else? Oh, by September 28th, and email it to hello@artymcgoo.com. So really, anything goes. If it has to do with food coloring, I want to hear about it, and we'll share it with the McGoobers. You guys are experts, and you guys figure things out and are so clever. So I'm excited to see your ideas. Any mixing guides, all kinds of things.
I love color theory, and the way it works with frosting is so interesting because it's like the opposite of painting. Because with paint, you start with like the most pigmented version of the color, and then you mix in white, and then you mix in brown, and you mix in the things to get the tone. Where with frosting, you start with like the pastel, and then you work up to the deeper colors, which is so weird to me.
It goes on a journey sometimes an unexpected journey.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love color mixing. I mean, I get tired doing it. Like I'm like, oh my gosh, my arm is gonna die. But I actually love that part. Like, ooh, a lot of people hate it. So, but it's so fun to be like, it needs a touch of this energy or this vibe.
Totally.
It's always interesting.
I find that the colors are kind of similar to watercoloring because they start off light and they kind of build.
Yeah, that's the way you build.
So something fun to show you guys that's now on the website. If you go to artymcgoo.com, here's the blog. And if you go to here is a brand new blog post for your August patches. So now here you go. Here are all of your patches and who earned them. So congratulations to all of you guys. And of course, Arty made these little digital icons for me too, just on the fly. She thought, you know what, you need digital icons, and just made them because she's cool. So she made those for me. And there's all of your patches, plus for clarity's sake and for everything else, Arty went in and she adjusted her blog post about the varsity letter and the McGoober patches. So now here it's very clear now what patches do what and how you can earn them. So here's the piping bag patch, and can you win or earn multiples? Yes. And here's all of the patches right here. So it
started out with a simple varsity patch, and it's kind of gotten a little more complicated. And I know as a new McGoober, sometimes it's like, wait a minute, what, how do I, it was a little overwhelming. And so since the blog post kind of grew over time, it got a little it was like a little confusing. It got a little confusing. So hopefully this really clarifies everything and makes sense about how to earn patches, what you do, and so fun. I love Mr. John's post about who earned patches. I love it. And where's your hi?
Our live advanced classes, does CookieCon classes count for that?
Oh yeah, those are advanced classes, and people earn patches for those. Yeah, in-person classes.
What was that?
If you don't know Marianne, this is she was on my maiden voyage here of McGoo U. You were the very first, my very first guest at McGoo U. And Marianne is a fabulous teacher and the most entertaining human on the planet. She is the most fantastic person to talk to, positive, creative, all of the good things. I can't say enough about the amazing you guys you set up the kitchen. I know. She thinks about things differently than I do, which I love seeing how her brain works. And she's just fantastic. She's amazing.
And she also went with you to see Kiss when we were in Kansas City, along with Chris Taylor.
Yes, we've had some.
That was
she one of the Golden Girls?
No, she didn't do Golden Girls. But, yeah, she was in the Hungry Games.
Okay, yes.
I
knew there was a skit in there. Yes.
We need to have the artisan back on McGoo U, I'm thinking. And Semi-Sweet Mike, yeah, and Chris. So Chris Taylor, Mike, Marianne, and I.
Marianne, I'm going to connect with you after this. You can, in fact, if you can, you could send me an email to hello@artymcgoo.com, because I think that it would be just a wonderful time for you two to just catch up. So maybe we can do that as a as the mixing it up this month.
Yeah, because it is the 10-year or 9-year anniversary
Yes, it is.
next month. And that, yeah. And then the 10 years next October. Can you believe it? That's so crazy.
And of course, for the 10-year, we have a little thing going on.
The 10-year McGoo anniversary. We are celebrating in style. We are going on a best of Greece cruise, a McGoo cruise. Yeah, no.
So I know there were a couple of more rooms that were purchased over the last week. So that's exciting. And a couple more friends are coming, and it's so awesome. I got an email from one woman who we've known for so long, and she said, I'm going. I got a friend to go with. So it's so awesome. I mean, Liz, what are you looking forward to on this? What should people be? Why go to Greece? I guess. Why go to Greece? Why go to Greece?
I mean, first of all, that's a place I've always wanted to go to. I've never been there. It just seems like, I don't know, like the ultimate getaway. I love Greek food. I love Greek culture. I'm, so curious about everything about it, and just the gorgeous scenery of pictures that I've seen. Everything about it, I'm fascinated by. So, and I think on this live, so many people have been like, we should do a cruise. We should do a cruise. We've talked about this for years. And it was always like, yeah, we will. And so our 10-year was kind of looming, and we were like, this is coming up. And kind of threw out there like, okay, if we're going to do a cruise, like this would be a great reason to do it. And then you really dug into the hows and the whats and found a fantastic deal. It's not just like, let's do this. It's like you put together this package with a Celebrity Cruise line that is just an amazing deal, because we planned it so far in advance that if you're curious about the details, there's a blog post about exactly what's included and the price and everything on that blog post here. And so the McGoo cruise is going to be just a celebration of the 10 years of McGoo. So we're going to see beautiful things. We're going to experience beautiful things with a bunch of beautiful people. And I'm super excited to do it. It's not going to be a lot of hands-on classes. It's not like a cookie con on a boat, because there are so many guidelines and things about traveling, especially internationally, with food and doing, like gallons of icing and things like that. So it is more of a party. There are definitely going to be cookie adjacent activities. We'll have dinner together every night. We will do karaoke and mixers and things, and really enjoy things as a group. There will be times to do things separately if you're interested in that, different excursions and things. But it's gonna be a party. It's surreal still to me, like that it's happening. I'm super excited.
Mm-hmm. And then those of you who are looking forward to the cruise and want to perhaps go and get your room for free, you can do that too, because there is a bit of a bonus for those of you that are looking at McGoo U and want to sign up. Please do so now, because if you sign up for an annual membership, you will be entered to win a trip for two, or rather a room for two on the cruise, and that is going to be awarded on the 1st of January in 2024. So you have a few months. Now is the time, because if you bring in a friend and they add you in the referral box, then you get 5 entries to win. So the new person gets 1 and you would get 5. So bring in friends, talk to them about McGoo U, talk to them about doing a homework group and getting together once a month just to have a cookie evening every month. It's absolutely wonderful to see these cookie homework groups that have been popping up all over the country. Start your own, bring your friends in, talk to them, because you could be going to Greece. You could have a room for free. That's amazing.
Yeah. And somebody at CookieCon had the brilliant idea. She's like, I'm going to give this as a gift to my friend who I know would enjoy it. She automatically gets 5 entries to win the room for 2. And it's a gift. You don't have to wrap. You don't have to ship. You can buy it the night before Christmas. And so it's just kind of like, it's an awesome time to do it. I do too. I love seeing these people get together either in person, and some are virtual, and doing their homeworks together and setting aside that time every month to do something for themselves. It's so cool. Mm-hmm. I love it.
And of course, once you have a homework group together and you have friends that are getting together to be creative and to enjoy some time together to create, you guys will also earn McGoo U patches. And I love numbers. I'm a stats guy, so I have to share this one with you.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I love it. Yeah, I love seeing numbers. It's so fascinating. And I love seeing the total monthly patches. Like, it's so interesting. Some months, are busier than others, or some people are more into the set. And it's interesting to see that total monthly patches up here on the right. And then the patch types, what is earned every month. Oh, this is so far in 2023, the pie chart, isn't it? And the bar graph.
Correct.
So this is so far this year. Piping bag patches. That's the most common one, because you can get those every 3 months.
And what's interesting to me is that the March homework, because I'm looking at you've got 26 that were shared in March. Well, the March homework was this one. So perhaps it's a timing thing. I know that a lot of people love this set, but I know we were also going into CookieCon at that time.
Yeah. Yep.
So the CookieCon was at the end of the month, and a lot of you guys are procrastinators, so I get it. But knowing that you had those that wait to the end of the month had, I think, a little tough time getting the homework in. So you will have an opportunity to post that homework in January and February. That's when we do makeup work. So makeup work is when you have a hole in that streak of homework and you want to keep that streak going or earn extra patches. That's when you do it, in January and February. And we'll have more information on that later on. And then
and the great thing, some people don't wait until January, February. They do those homeworks that they missed when they have time. Like, oh, this is a nice relaxing month this month. They fit in that homework, and then they turn it in January, February, which I think is really brilliant too.
Yeah, somebody just posted their dog homework, and I said, hold on to it and repost it again in January and February. And then if you were wondering, the big homework month, which was April, there with 73 homeworks done, or 73 patches that were done. Look at that. That was the homework that month. So keep in mind
wait a minute. So I thought the bar graph was how many homeworks were turned in, but that is not so. Those are the patches awarded that month.
That's correct. If you'd like, I can totally change that to be the number of homeworks that were turned in.
Because actually you did do a bit of because I remember seeing the numbers of how many homeworks were turned in, and those stayed pretty similar every month. Yeah,
between 75 and 68 every single month. Like, you guys are very consistent with your work.
Good students.
Yeah.
Yes. It's pretty amazing.
It is. It's so cool to see. You did 5 Halloween sets last October. That's so cool. And that's so topical too, because then you're like, oh, I'm doing it in the season, and that's fun too. That's so smart to pick the current.
And Halloween is the best.
Correct. I also saw a question way back when from Maryland did you see that? This month, tip cleaning brushes. If you need some of those, I know I lose track of mine like crazy, so I always want to have a couple handy. Did you see the?
Yeah. Yep. Here we go.
There we go. Is it easy to add bookmarks? Not sure if that's the word, but sometimes a video says X topic. Yeah.
And not right now. There are a few hiccups with the video system, so we don't have that capability right now.
That's interesting because that would be through Vimeo. But that would be an interesting thing to write down, like, oh, here's where I'm having where I want to rewatch it a couple times and maybe make your own notes. But that would be such a great feature. Yeah. I love that. Look at that. There's the brush. That's what's on sale. If you're logged in, you'll automatically get your discount.
Half off.
$1.25. What a steal. Live classes coming up. Oh my gosh. First of all, the next live class is this Friday, but that is in New Jersey. And that is at the Shore Cake Show. I get to see some of you there. I'm so excited and curious, a little nervous. It's a different location, different show. It's going to be a good time. And I have 2 live classes there at Jersey Shore. But the ones in Paso Robles are coming up. There's an advanced Halloween class. And then, but that one's sold out. So the next couple ones are November, December. So we have the rest of the year scheduled out. One's an intermediate and one's a beginner. So those are on the website under in-person classes. I can't wait.
So good.
What's that?
Your camera is like such good quality. You're showing up in like HD and I'm like 3 pixels.
It's a nice little filter. You can't see it.
Airbrushed. Everything is airbrushed.
It's a little romantic filter.
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear how the show goes and how much cookie stuff they have. Yeah, I'm super curious about it too. I've heard great things. I guess this is only the second time they've had it. I had this impression that this has been ongoing for a while, but it is a pretty new show. And I've heard like the first one was quite cakey, and this one is introducing a lot more cookie.
So
classy. Cakey. I'm so excited to meet you too. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so great. Oh my gosh. So fun to put that little biopic and that name to like a real human. I'm so excited.
I want to be with you in person. I'm jealous of these people.
I know. It'd be fun to go. Yeah, so I'm excited. I can't believe it's right there. I have a lot to do. A lot. And next Monday, we won't be live from here. We'll be live from New York. So I was thinking we would show the preview for next month today, but Mr. John's like, no, we can show a picture of it. So Mr. John took that hope out of my life, but you're muted. Wait, you're muted.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry.
Become the enemy.
It's a different button. Sorry. It's not like Zoom. So with what was it that was asked?
The preview for next month?
Oh yes. Okay.
Is that
so we still have another week. So you'll
I just figured
get
we
that.
wouldn't
Sorry
be
to
home,
ruin
so
it.
I wouldn't have the cookies with me, but you had the idea of we'll show them a picture of it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yes.
I can do that too.
Yes.
Homework makeups. We can go back 1 year, I was told, but if we wait till January, February, it will be longer than a year for some. I'm in the process of. So for Makeup Works, you can do up to 6, right?
You can do 6 Makeup Works, and you can do as far back as the beginning of Magoo U. So, so you can go back as far as you want. If you want to do a streak, like if you did 7 homeworks in this last year, but you want to do the other 5, then do the other 5 and do an additional one. You can keep going backward and keep doing more and more and more. So yeah, it's fantastic. Take advantage of it.
Yeah, if you want to get those streaks though and fill in those little gaps that you have, like, oh, I know I missed that March. That way you can earn like the rolling pin patch. Those are some things to think about. But if you've done all your homework, if you're just this crazy, star student, just working backwards from where you started, you can get those streaks, going that way, going backwards. Can't do the preview. I've not baked the cookies for September yet. Okay. And we still have time, but I was thinking ahead, and I was just looking for an excuse to show you the cookies for next month. I'm so excited about them. It's a different one. It's gonna be a little exciting and maybe scary.
Maybe spooky.
Spooky. Really fun. Really fun. You've seen them, Bay, right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. So I'm super excited to show those, but we'll do that next week.
They are awesome.
Yes.
And
Malabini.
Very, very Malabine.
Very, very Malabine, yes. So good luck to you this week, Bailey.
You too. We both have crazy weeks.
Yes, we do. Big stuff happening. And but we'll see you next week live from the Jersey area.
Yes. I can't believe it's almost October. Like, it's really like,
yeah,
it's
right
here.
It is crazy. So yeah, we will see you. We won't see you next week, but we'll check in with you, do a little update on Bailey, see how school's going, and preview of October next week. And until next time, we hope you